YouTube, back at it again on the channel. On today's video, we're going to be testing these Chicnod rechargeable AA batteries. They're lithium-ion. They claim to have over 1,200 cycles, which for a rechargeable battery, for a AA battery, depending on your needs, is actually a good thing. But we're going to test these bad boys in a couple of scenarios and see how good they really are. Main thing we're going to be testing is the capacity and the voltage to make sure it holds at 1.5 volts the entire run. I know some of these like to drop off a little bit as they droop in voltage as it takes a load, so we'll see how bad that happens. But it claims to take an hour to charge. I'm gonna go ahead and plug these, or at least two of them, up and see what we got. So let's unbox these and get the charger and everything out. And when I got this from Amazon, these things looked like they were already open, and the box was pretty beat up, which I ordered it with a couple other things, so it could have got smashed up with it. It does have this case that it comes with. Let's get this bad boy open. God, it's childproof for sure. So I'm going to take these. So far, they're the battery experts, or battery expert. They just have one expert. There's the charging port for it. It's Type C, which is pretty freaking convenient. And then let's see what the voltage is of this right out of the package. Let's see. Handy dandy voltmeter. Should be able to put it. Alright, it's on DC. I can see, you guys can see that. So let's get this. Hopefully I can short it out. And oh, I got it backwards. Or I got my leads backwards on my thing, so. It is showing 1.4 on the voltmeter. So you're getting 1.4 already. So, which is good. Ain't horrible. But that would be more, as it discharges, lithium-ion would be more, linear instead of drooping down as it discharges. So let's get these bad boys hooked up to the charger, as I said, and we're going to charge them up and then test them with this. Well, it's been 2 hours and they're still flashing. So I'm just going to test them and see how it goes. Alright, so one of these I'm going to test to I'm going to test and see how many amps they can handle. But let's see. And I'm going to need this bad boy. Like this. And before I did all this charging whatnot, I figured out that you can actually plug this in here and test it this way. Go to your home. Thank you. Alright, so this one is showing 1.5 volts, 1.4-ish, back and forth. So this will be the one. As a matter of fact, I will mark this one that we're testing the maximum amperage it can handle. Let's use a pen for right now. Alright, I can see that. see what we got. Cut it on. See. There we go. So 1 amp so far. And we'll creep it up and see when it cuts off. I imagine these things do not have an overload protection on it. I know it has a charging circuit, but 2 amps. That's it. That's all it's taken. Oh, so it does have a current regulation on it. Crazy. Alrighty, let's back that off. Let's see how hot it got. No, it didn't get hit. Didn't get hot at all. Alright. So 2 amps is what they can handle. And it regulates it inside of here. So that's pretty darn good. So we'll do our capacity test with this one. Hopefully it's got enough juice in it. And this will be the one I take apart too, because hopefully it'll be dead when we get to it. So let's turn this bad boy on. And they're rated for 1300, or not 1300, 3300 watt hours, milliwatt hours. So we'll see. At 1 amp, it's at 1.2 volts. So we'll let this run till it's dead and see how much capacity it has. Alright, so I got some bad news for this one. At least the one that I tested did not last what it claimed to last. It only lasted about half. So it would be what, 1.5, or actually the exact amount would be 1.43 milliwatt hours. So yeah, and that was charging it, I don't know, 2.5 hours, and it claims full charge time about 1 hour. So no, not on that one. Not on this one at least. So I think what we'll do is move on to taking this bad boy apart and seeing what's inside. Alright, so how am I going to go about this? I'm hoping that it doesn't have a metal case all the way around it, which it doesn't appear to. It looks like it has a plastic case on this side, so if I decide to cut into it, it doesn't grenade itself. Ooh, it does have a metal case. So we're just going to peel this off very carefully. I'm not even going to try to save it, but there we go. Alrighty, so that's off of there. So now I gotta figure out how to get this apart, because now that it's dead, it's not gonna be that big of a deal. I wouldn't think about shorting it, but I don't want to shorten the cell that's inside of it. This, get one of these flatheads, and hopefully I can pry it in there and separate it right here. Get it to come apart. There we go. Now I'm getting. Now I'm cooking. Just gonna work my way around. Hopefully it comes apart. It does have a little lip on it. There we go. Got it to come apart. Oh, there you go. There's the cell. And there's the tab. You see how it's made? This just touches the case right here on the inside. It just rides along here. And there's the little board that's inside of it. Alright, so if you look here, it's actually soldered right there onto the board. But let's see if we can pop off this little plastic piece without shorting anything. Without blowing myself up. Let me see. Alright, just for the audience here, I'm going to cut this off here. Oh, that's pretty damn tough. There we go. Cut that tab off from there, which is for the positive side here. So I'm going to keep moving here. Try to pop this tab up. Pop this tab up. And then the last one, as long as it doesn't short. There we go. Alright. So there's the little button for the positive side. And there's the tab that I just cut off right there. If you see that right there. So then you have this little LED board here. I don't see any. Looks like there's any circuits on it or anything yet. It's probably on the back side. Just got to make sure that that doesn't touch that. Ah, okay. You look here on top of the cell, it is soldered right here for the positive side of the cell, and then the negative side right here. It's soldered both sides. And then obviously your Type-C connector is right there. And then I'm interested to see how it comes off of there without desoldering it. I think I'm just gonna leave that soldered on. But yeah, that's it. That's all that's to this thing. And it doesn't have a number for the lithium-ion cell. But there you go. That's how they're made. And I imagine there's probably some circuitry on the bottom there, and I can't really see it without desoldering it. But there's an LED here, right here on the board, right there. And I bet this right here is for current limiting. That's probably why we only get 2 amps out of it, the max. But yeah, there you go, and now you know what's inside one of these things. I'm not going to put this bad boy back together because, yeah, it's not worth it. So I think the conclusion on this, it didn't have the capacity that it said it was rated for. I'd almost want to take this off of here and test this by itself. But I don't even know if it'd be worth doing that. But it does have a metal case. And overall, I mean, it's pretty simple. I'd like to solder this off one point and test it. See if it works with like a 18650. And see if it works with that. Because this is all integrated. Now, for granted, you're only getting 2 amps out of it, and was it 1.5 volts? But yeah, there you go. So the conclusion of this video, these things, they don't have the capacity is what they're rated for. I let it charge for 3 or 2.5 hours or so, and yeah, it says about 1 hour on the package right there, full charge time. So I gave it more than what the manufacturer was calling for, and it did not pull but 1 point, or actually it'd be 1400 milliwatt hours. So yeah, there you go. If you enjoyed this video, enjoyed watching me do stuff like this, take apart stuff like that, look at what's inside, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Later.